Hello, my little tigers. Today we're going over 3-4 one-step addition and subtraction equations on page 70. The objective is to solve one-step equations using either the addition property of equality or the subtraction property of equality. Okay, right now I just want you to pause the video and just jot down a few things that you remember from equations, whether it's what they look like, their rules, what do you use in them, what do you use them for, where you see them in everyday life. Okay, so just pause the video and put down just a few things. Okay, welcome back. I can't wait to see some of your responses to that one. The other thing I want you to think about is, do you remember that addition and subtraction are inverse operations? So when you add something and when you subtract it, they are opposite operations, right? Okay, so think about it like that. All right, so to solve one-step addition or subtraction equations, you first have to combine like terms on the left side, combine like terms on the right side, okay? Sometimes it's already done for you, so you don't need to do that, so that's just a temporary first step. The second step is to identify the type of equation it is, and then the third step is determine the operation used to solve the equation, and the final step, obviously, is to solve it. So we're going to do a few of those together. So this right here, c plus 10 equals 5, is an addition equation, so we're going to use the subtraction property of equality to solve it. Again, we always just want to isolate that variable. We'll do it every time. Sometimes it'll take one step, sometimes it'll take a few more steps. So negative 10 plus a positive 5, it's going to be negative 5. Okay, and if you plug that in there as negative 5 for c plus 10, that would equal a positive 5. That's what we have over here. So it's a true statement. All right, down here we have 13 minus r equals 29. This is a subtraction equation. So we're going to use the addition property of equality to solve for it. Now, whenever you have, whenever your subtrahend, which is what you're subtracting, which is right there, is the variable, it's going to take 2 steps to solve it. And there's 2 different ways that you can do it, so I'm going to show you the first way right here. Okay, we're going to add r to both sides. Okay, so that'll give us 13 equals 29 plus r. All right, so we're going to put that back up here so you can finish it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract. Then right here, you have an addition equation. So then you're going to apply the subtraction property of equality. So this one's kind of a trick question. You know me, I like to be tricky. So 13 equals 29 plus r. We're going to subtract 29 on both sides. Okay. Negative 16 equals r. Okay. So this one was more of a trick question. So first, it's not, it is a subtraction equation, but you have to kind of finagle it a little bit differently when it looks like that, when your variable is one that you're subtracting. All right, so let's do this here. Same thing here. This time I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to subtract 35 on both sides. Okay, so then we have negative 16 minus v equals 0, because these canceled out. Okay, we're going to add v on both sides, get a positive variable. So then we have, it's negative, sorry. We have negative 16 equals v. Okay, that was the same problem. It was a similar problem, so that's why I got the same answer there. Okay, so right here we have w minus 2.3. I'll write in the fraction for you, equals negative 1 and 2/5. Okay, so this is where 8th grade math gets a little bit tougher, because now instead of just equations with integers, now you have equations with decimals combined with fractions. So the 2 things that we're going to do here, or 2 options here, are to either make this a fraction and keep this a fraction, change this into a fraction, or keep this 2.3 a decimal, change this into a decimal. That's what I'm going to do, because I think in my mind it's easier, but if the other way is easier for you, you're more than welcome to do that. So let's change this. We have w minus 2.3 equals, and you're going to find that by dividing 2 over 5, which will give you 0.4. Then you add the whole number of 1 to it, so it'll give you negative 1.4. Okay? Then we're going to add 2.3 on both sides, so this is a subtraction equation. If you need to rewrite that so you can subtract it, or add it. You totally may. So W equals what, guys? Positive 0.9. Super smarties. That's what you are. Alright, so right now I want you to pause the video and see if you can solve this problem. And then when you hit play, I will have it complete and you can check your work and see if it's right. Okay, so let's go over the problem. So in our first step here, we have to combine like terms on both sides. I'm sorry, just on the left side. So I combined right here, 9 2/3 minus 4 1/3, and got 5 1/3 equals A minus 2 1/3. So we're going to add 2 1/3 on both sides. This turns into a subtraction equation. So we're going to apply the addition property of equality by adding 2 1/3 to both sides because we want to isolate A, see what that is equal to. Okay. Once we do that, we get 7 2/3 equals A. Alrighty. Now this one was pretty simple because they all had the common denominators. Okay. Alrighty. Let's work out this one together. Okay, so let's combine like terms on our right side here with these bad boys. So we have 7 equals X plus 3/4. Okay. Then we're going to, right now this turns into a what type of equation? An addition equation. Very good. So we're going to apply the subtraction property of equality on both sides. 7 minus 3/4 equals X and 6 and 1/4. Okay. You're not going to have a whole lot of these on your packet for homework, so just really try to think about those rules for adding and subtracting fractions there. Okay? Alrighty, let's do one more over here. Find a good color. Okay, so we have 3 plus X minus 1 equals 13. Okay? Can we combine any like terms on our right or our left side of the equal sign? Very good, we can. We can combine 3 minus 1 plus X equals 13. 3 minus 1 is 2, so 2 plus X equals 13. This now turns into a addition equation where we're going to apply the subtraction property of equality. So remember, you can't identify what type of equation it is until you've combined all like terms on the left side and all like terms on the right side. Then you can identify what type of equation it is. All right, so we're going to subtract 2 on both sides. Cancels those out and get X equals 11. Okay. Alrighty. I want you to pause the video and see if you can do negative 10 plus D equals negative 29. Then I would like you to check it. Okay, so if you got D equals negative 19, and then you checked it and got that negative 29 equals negative 29 over here. Ooh, sorry about that. Then you did it correctly. Okay. Again, you didn't have to do the exact steps that I did over here. Okay. You could have subtracted D on both sides, and then gone a different route, but you would have still gotten D equals negative 19. Okay? Good job. Alright, just a reminder, when you're adding and subtracting decimals, line up those decimal points. Okay? Alright, along with fractions, make sure you have a common denominator so that you can add and subtract correctly. Alrighty? In your notebooks right now, I want you to do try these numbers 1 through 5 in your notebooks, which is at the bottom of page 71. Okay? Remember, first combine like terms if you can on either side, then identify the type of equation, then do the opposite or the inverse operation. Okay? Alright, good luck and good night, guys.